Hello, everybody. In this video, we're going to talk about the habit, making the habit loop to practice Paidalajin. And just in the beginning in this video, I'm going to say that it's hard, but it can be done, of course. Um, but in more details, uh, like the first thing you need to have is the desire, like for some change. Other thing that you should have is respect in traditional ways of healing, of self-healing. um, Not think that the ancient people were some stupid people, non-developed, like the ancient times were the times that people weren't that developed as now. If you don't have this this stuff in mind, like if you have respect for their level of development, and you think that we can learn something from them, and we are not that ahead in the game, you can have this stuff like a stepping stone to go further into the Paidalajin knowledge. How is my microphone? Oh, it's good. Okay, so first of all, yeah, you need to respect that. You need to want to change uh, mm, in in some area of your life. You want, it's like you want to improve, but creating a habit, it's something it's something interesting. It's a very good process. I'm gonna tell you my strategy about it. I'm gonna tell you what I think will help you to develop your habit. But of course, it's all on you. Um, Even if you don't develop it as a habit, it's not a big thing. You see, life is in front of you. I'm not some grumpy face in the top of the skies that look at you and judges you that you're not developed Paidalajin as a habit. I'm your friend, and I appreciate the fact that you just click on that video and take a and give me your time and listen what I'm saying. See, this for me is the real magic here. But of course, I'll be even happier if you have some results and you practice. But that's my thing. You see, your thing is other thing. So, developing Paidalajin habit. To be honest, uh, to make it a habit, I started with yoga. I used mental game. So I wanted to improve my sex life, wanted to improve my sleep because I had a hard time falling asleep. So I said to myself, if yogis can do that, can do this crazy stuff that I read in the books, like in one book I read that some yogi was buried alive for 3 days, and then in a little box that there is not enough oxygen to breathe for more how 5 hours, like 6 hours, you see. And he said there for 3 days. So this guy has control of his metabolism, of his oxygen intake. He can decrease the speed of the metabolism and get into some state of hibernation. So it's amazing level of body control. And I said, okay, if yogis can do that with yoga, uh, probably I'll be able to last longer in bed. Not probably. I said I will last longer in bed if I became a yoga master. But I don't know nothing about yoga. So after my first yoga class, I said to myself, okay, it was nothing for me. Like even if it even wasn't that interesting and inspirational, but it probably is, and I'm stupid enough to not get it. And I will continue with regular yoga practice by force, not by how I feel, like not by attraction. Of course, there were some attraction, but more attraction in the results. So I constantly practiced yoga daily and visited yoga classes. And after 2 weeks, I started to feel that if I do not practice, if I skip a practice, um, I mean, because I did some practices, short practices every day and long practices 2 times a week. When I go to classes, there were 3 hours of 3 hours class, yoga class, and I realized that because the class was in Thursday, and when it's Wednesday, I started to feel like I need some practice. So this thing, I started to feel like I'm developing a habit loop, but for something very good, something that helps my body. So that's how I developed a habit to practice yoga, because I continued with this thing every single day, not skipping any day, and as a result, it became my habit. And I started to feel after it became my habit. I started to feel the results, really felt them. So this were my strategy. My strategy was this mental game. The in the game was like, okay, I have strong belief in yoga. When yogis can achieve these crazy achievements of body control, I I can restore my health easy with yoga. So this was my way to develop a yoga as a habit. This was the thought that powered my mind. Then with Paidalajin, I faced a lot of excuses when I started, because it's weird. Paidalajin is weird. You see, you stretch till the big pain, you slap yourself. Who is slapping themselves? Who is slapping himself? No one. You see, only these priests that do some rituals with self-flagellation. So literally no one does this, and it was hard for me. Also, I had shoulder pain, so I used this as an excuse to practice regularly Paida, because my shoulder get exhausted easily and very fast. And I had very hard time to develop Paida as a habit, but Lajin I developed it very quickly because it was very similar with yoga. So probably with Lajin you can use the same strategy as mine. So Lajin is good. This guy cured his premature ejaculation. Many other guys said that they have improvement in their sex life. They have improvement in digestion, sleep. If there's so many people that are saying this thing, uh, if I spend the same amount of time, I will most probably got the same results as these people. So this you can use this as your motto, as your thought that powers you. But yeah, for Paida it wasn't like that. It was kind of different in my case. And because Paida, I use a lot of energy to Paida. Also, it's noisy. You see, many more ways to apologize. Uh, what what stopped this um, apology period was buying my first slapper. And this is not the way of promoting my slappers, because I'm super happy if you buy slappers without having hundreds of emails and stuff, because actually most of the people who email me for a slapper, nobody nobody buys from me. You see, no, I haven't sell even one slapper. See, I like maybe I did, I don't know, but benches, yes, I've sold, but slappers, I don't know why. No one actually buys it. But many guys texted me. So why the slapper helped so much? Um, Not because it has better effect. It has little less or the same effect as a hand, as a bare hand. But slapper uh, saves energy from the practice. You see, if I do this, I just do this little move with my wrist, and it's something very easy for me to do. So to develop habit, it's good to not feel pressured. Um, like if you know that you get exhausted in the same time you have this unpleasant feeling. Especially the first pidas are very unpleasant. They hurt a lot. um, it's not like in me anymore. I Right now I just pida, especially the four main areas, and I feel nothing. You see, almost nothing, and I even enjoy it. But in the beginning it hurts a lot, so it's very hard to develop a habit to paida. But when you buy slapper, this helps a lot. So the slapper, the most important role of the slapper probably is that it makes it much more easier to develop a habit of slapping yourself. And this is something that everyone says. Everyone. I remember this guy, Tim Schiff. Uh, he when he bought his first slapper, we were in a video conversation, and he said, wow, it's so much easier, man. Because he was struggling, he was hitting himself with some with bare hands, or with some how is this tubes, like with some tubes. He still uses the tubes, I think, but with slapper, wow, it's super easy to get the shot out. Actually, big up for Tim. Amazing guy. I see that he started to teach Paidalajin on YouTube. We have different ways of teaching, but I respect him, and I think that he is a very smart guy. Um, and not only that, he is he has this charisma. Also, he's amazing athlete. Have a lot of followers, so it's very good that that guy from this level started to pay attention to Paidalajin and spread it more. Um, yeah. So listen, I want to show you a very interesting slapper. This thing is just a rubber flat part of some bigger rubber thing. You see, actually, what is this? Is floor for horses, like for in the rooms that usually horses spend their time. They eat, they sleep. You see, in these rooms, usually people use that kind of floors. They are rubberish, and and it's better for the horses because it isolates them from the coldness of the floor, so they can lay. It's easy to clean because the horses, they defecate, urinate under themselves, and this is very easy. So in my job, they were just placing this floor, and I cut some pieces from the rest of the, how to say, you see the useless pieces. So it's very good, and I actually like it for some parts more than real slappers. So if you see somewhere rubber floors or something, or you see some other parts, it's not necessary to be from the horse floor. It can be from other things, but is very good just to erase some a rubber slapper, you see. And it's very good, it's very good for the neck. It's kind of heavy, this one, but for the spine, amazing. And you can grab it like this, and it's very good to slap the spine like this, and without my hands getting tired. So right now I can slap alone my spine, and it's very easy to do that. Not as before, because you see, if I try to reach my spine like this, I can do it in some places, but not like in the middle of the spine and stuff. So yeah, if you have a good habit, you can have a good compounding effect, because if it's easy for you, like if you use slapper because it's more quiet, more easy, you can practice more. It's very one of my, because I teach yoga, one lady from my classes, she bought a slapper from me. And when they practice is when they lay on the couch. You see, this is the most sedentary lifestyle, but sedentary lifestyle attribute, you see, the couch. But when they lay on the couch and watch TV, he and her husband, who is some judo judo sensei or something, they slap themselves, like, and they are arguing, you see. They have no patience for the person to finish with his practice, so to be able to start his. So you see, it's amazing. um, they want the slapper for themselves and practice a lot. So it's very easy actually, if you have a slapper, and if you have good neighbors, or you live in a house or something, just watching TV and slapping, it's very easy. With bare hand, it's not like that, to be honest. I said it many times, the hand probably is better, because you see, when I slap like this on my elbow, when I apply this, I cover more, because I can adjust my hand after the slap. But this is always flat. So if I slap with my hand, I can control to have equal pressure in the whole part. But if I slap with slapper, it's like I'm getting only the pressure in the middle of the spot. But still not a big problem, you see. So yeah, join my Telegram. Um, I've placed my Telegram. Ooh, what is this, man? I placed my Telegram in my previous video, but I'll place it again somewhere here. Join the Telegram, because I've turned 30 years old this month. I'm in Dirty 30 Club, and I decided to share my 30 days course for free in my Telegram channel. I got inspired, to be honest, from some books, because this year I have the opportunity to read a lot, and yeah, and I decided and I read a lot of books about charity, and I decided to to make my own charity, to share my book. Oh, I can see a very good question here from MMC Crownus, this guy who is a very good subscriber of mine. He asked me how is going the veterinary job, and it's a very good moment for me. Thank you for asking. It's going pretty well, actually. Um, I work. I make a procedure called plasmapheresis. It's extracting the plasma from the blood of a patient who is injected with poison, snake poison. but little bit, because the patient is a horse, and for a horse, a snake poison is not that damaging as a human. They actually don't have any symptoms of something, but they have the antibodies in their blood. So I'm working um, with the machine, and of course I'm looking at the horse. um, in the people, this thing is easy to be done, more easier, but with the horse, you see, you can't say to the horse to sit still. The blood is pumping with other speed, so it's kind of different thing, and I'm adjusting the machine to the patient. And I'm very happy that in the job, they're my colleagues and my boss are very happy about me joining the team, because I have very good solutions to a lot of the problems that used to happen to them. So I'm very good part of the team. I believe so. I believe so. I have 2 more months of my how is this period? How is the testing period? Because if you start a job in Bulgaria, in the first 6 months you can be fired, uh, but after these 6 months, you became part of this company and you work, and you can be fired again. But if you did something bad, you see, for the company, not going to work or something, or get into a fight with a colleague, something like that, I believe I won't do that. But yeah, thank you for asking. Uh, so yeah, what else? It was very nice to talk with you. I'm looking for some comments, but there are none. Let me think a little bit if I have something to say again about the habit. So yeah, the habit is important. I This was the other thing. The habit is important because if you have a habit, you practice more. But if you don't have a habit, the effect cannot compound. Um, and it will be hard for you to track the results, because if Paidalajin becomes a habit to you, your focus is not that much on the slapping itself or on the stretching itself. Your focus goes into your body. uh, yeah, I actually, in my previous video, I said that the effect of Paida is like 5 minutes is, let's say, that effective. 10 minutes is not double like that. 10 minutes is even more effective. And compare 30 minutes to the 5 minutes, it's like way more than 6 times. You see, 6 times 5 minutes is 30 minutes. But if you practice 30 minutes on some spot, is not only 6 times better than 5 minutes. You see, it's way, 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 way more better. It's like these sequences. I forgot. I think that it has geometric sequence, something like 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 33, 64, and you see, like that. I think that every slap more adds way more value than the previous one. So 5 minutes is very little practice compared to 15 minutes, not only 3 times less effective. You see, way less effective than this. um, Probably there is more smarter way to explain it, but my English is makes me limited. What about daily habit? How does 10 minutes a day for a week compare to once a week for 30 minutes? Excellent question. Excellent. In my opinion, once a week for 30 minutes beats 10 minutes every day. And but like I would like 30 minutes 2 times a week is even way better than 10 minutes every day. Way better. If you spend if we talk about the elbow, if we talk about the knee, if you spend 30 minutes here on Monday, 30 minutes here on Tuesday, or Wednesday, Thursday, something like that, it will be way more effective than 5 minutes here and 5 minutes here every day of the week. And I'm absolutely sure I've experimented so many times with this thing, and every single time I felt better effect for 30 minutes from the little paida. And because of this, if I have just only a few minutes to practice, I always stretch. I never make paida, because stretching is good for every day. Even if you do it for a little bit, it's still something good for the body, and something good for my job and my work, my sports. So yeah, I believe so that 30 minutes on one spot is better than 10 minutes every day on the same spot. Yeah. Okay, people. Uh, Thank you so much for joining it. MMC Kronos, thank you for your question, and thanks for feeling like it was very, very kind of you. And yeah, have a great night. Have a great day if you are at daytime. And we'll see you in the next video. If you have questions, ask them below the videos, and I'll answer them for sure. Bye bye. Wish you all good.